Thank you, Miss Anushka, for joining us. And then it is a great privilege to have you on board for the first ever video done from Aviation Talk in collaboration with SLA for the Women's Day. Okay, so let me just introduce you to our audience. Okay, so I'm having Miss Anushka Don Carolis, who is the Cabin Safety Inspector for Civil Aviation Authority of Sri Lanka. So, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Definitely. It is a pleasure. It is actually a great pleasure to having such an amazing personality with us this morning. So, how did you get here, ma'am? Let's start off with the biggest question.
The requirement is you have to be a cabin crew member as a previous job.
Yes.
So I started in 1999 at Sri Lankan Airlines.
Okay.
Then I joined Mihin Lanka budget carrier,
Yes.
and after that I joined CAA
Okay.
in 2016. So now I have completed 6 years.
You have completed 6 years. Okay. So can you go into a bit more detail about how did what made you passionate about aviation? Why did you choose this cabin crew, and then from cabin crew coming into cabin safety?
Safety.
So that is an entire different thing. So from your young age, what inspired you about aviation?
I think as kids, when we walk around, we go to the airport, we see the stewardesses walking by, and it was like a dream. At that time, I think everybody wanted to become a captain or a crew member.
Yes, that was
so that was there. I studied at Methodist College.
Okay.
That is where I started my education and ended. Then I was looking into a job, and the vacancy was there. I thought, why not?
Okay.
And I applied it.
Okay.
And I got the chance. They selected me, and I joined in 1999 at Sri Lankan Airlines.
Okay.
So while working there, I left, took a break, had a kid, and then decided to join back.
Okay.
And that was in 2010 when I joined Mihin Lanka.
2010 when you joined Mihin Lanka. Okay. And then after Mihin Lanka, you joined here.
While I was at Mihin, there was a vacancy. I applied.
Okay. All right.
Because this is where I wanted to end up
with.
And I was lucky enough. I got the job.
All right. That is great. So then, as you were a cabin crew member, and then now going into cabin crew safety, how does it feel?
As a cabin crew member, you're given a book to do.
Yes.
That is like your Bible, you follow it. This is the regulator's side.
Yes.
Who designed the book and who tells you what to do.
What to do.
It's totally different because it's easy as a cabin crew member.
Okay.
But the moment you become a regulator, it is a different side.
Okay.
You have to take the responsibility why we tell them to do a certain thing. It's a different thing, but I enjoy it.
All right, that is actually a great inspiration for all the people, because you need to do what you enjoy. Otherwise, it doesn't.
Otherwise, you can't give your 100%.
Yes, definitely, I understand that. So, ma'am, what do you call this now? You said that it was a dream. Okay, that to get into be either a captain or a cabin crew.
At that time, yes.
That time, and I think even now, all the kids, all the youngsters, they get inspired by seeing an aircraft come to the airport. So that, what would be your message to the youngsters? Like,
please do join.
Please do join.
Please do join.
Okay.
It's a different world. I think everybody should be given a chance to join.
Yeah.
It teaches you a lot of things. How to face. Different passengers are there.
Yeah.
The training itself is a very comprehensive training.
Yeah.
It goes up to 35 days of training.
Yes.
The cabin crew are trained even on first aid.
Yes.
In case of a medical emergency, to deal with it on board.
Yeah.
It is not all that glamorous as you think, because when you see in the airport, people are putting makeup, dressed nicely and go, we all think that is only one side.
Yeah.
But there's another side to the cabin crew.
Yes.
Breaking rest, going on odd hours, then dealing with emergencies on board. So all that is part and parcel of your life as a cabin crew member.
Because what we see and what is
really
happening are two different
things.
Because we just see a person, who's there, all beautiful.
You only
and
see
stuff.
they just come and give you a tray.
But then beyond that, there should be a definitely, otherwise it wouldn't be that easy.
It is
so
not.
It is a very complicated area. I understand that. So yes. So then, on behalf of all the women, okay, what would be your message for the International Women's Day?
Now a lot of people are coming out with promotions. That's maybe because of the COVID. That was in a way a blessing in disguise, because the restrictions happened.
Yes.
People couldn't go.
Yes.
Then they started to appreciate the aviation.
That's right.
And then only they started to learn who is the CA.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know us.
Yes.
when you tell we are coming from Civil Aviation Authority, they don't know.
No one.
Only the airlines will know.
Yeah, it has been actually a blessing.
It is.
For the aviation.
I mean, for us.
Yeah, for us. Like,
because
I'm not saying
people
that,
know.
Yeah, because from a professional perspective, what COVID did to the industry, and then what sort of an impact it had, actually made the change.
Yes.
As you said.
Yes.
Because people took aviation it's just getting from A to B. They
like
didn't
going
know.
in a bus, it
yeah,
was,
exactly.
right?
But then now they understand
Now
all
they
the
know
situation.
what will happen, and if they don't, now comes the vaccination,
Yes.
the other side of it. So it's there.
True. And then the PCR testing and everything that they have to go through to enter or leave the country.
Leave the country. Now it's much relaxed
Yes,
because
much
of the
relaxed. From March
vaccinated.
1st, they changed
Yes.
the policy. Yes, I am aware of it. So yes, now with all of that, what is your message?
To the women.
Not to the women, to the young audience.
Young audience, what I always say is, come, join. What we always tell is, even in a school, aviation should be a subject.
Definitely.
We have to encourage the young ones to come out.
Yes.
It should be a subject even in the for A levels.
At least to be an introductory subject for whoever that pursues.
Because we do not have an aviation degree program
Yes.
in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Right? So we should encourage if we want to expand the aviation industry.
I think actually the opportunities for Sri Lankans inside Sri Lanka is quite limited for aviation. This is my personal opinion. I don't know where
that is because we have only limited airlines.
Yes.
But if we have the opportunity of expanding it, to expand, people have to be willing to invest money.
Yes.
So that is where it all comes to, rupees and cents in the end. But even to go abroad, we have to give them a chance.
Yes.
So a lot of airlines, the requirement is a degree.
Yes.
Now here we say minimum is your O level.
Yeah.
But anybody who wants to follow it, they don't have a proper degree program.
Yes.
That is very sad in our country. But I think it should be a subject.
Definitely.
It should be a subject because aviation is evolving just like technology.
Yes.
A lot of things are happening, and it's very interesting when you get into it.
Yeah, definitely. Starting from the older series to the newer aircraft, there's massive changes.
Massive changes, and if you look at the number of accidents that has been happening globally, and when you look into it, that's a different side of it. So you will enjoy.
Definitely.
But to do that at a small age, we will have to give them the passion too.
Yes.
So that will be from studying about it.
Yes.
Otherwise, they will not.
Yeah. The same way you saw,
Yeah, otherwise it will be just like we'll see, okay, they are going,
8
this
to
is
5
it.
job, because there is not an 8 to 5 job.
Aviation is never
an 8 to 5 job.
It is never 8 to 5 job, and it's not only the 5 to 6 days.
Yes.
It is 365 days, 24 hours, because the flights comes and
We have to make sure a flight leaves on time and then
arrives on time
Yes.
without any incidents or accidents.
Yes.
We have to make sure no passengers are injured. If there is a medical emergency, how to deal, all that we overlook.
With all the incidents that happen on board, yes, it's quite massive.
And we take the responsibility as well, being the regulator.
Yes. So it is actually a privilege to have you on board with us today. Thank you very much for the time. It was quite inspiring for me myself, because I'm coming from an aviation background, and then I have an experience in engineering, but I do not have experience in cabin. So it's different.
Totally different.
Yes.
Totally different, because engineering, you all take the big part of it.
Big part of it.
The whole aircraft.
Yes.
We only take the inside part, the cabin.
Yes.
So safety is one side of it, security is one side of it, and then the service comes with the others.
Yes, definitely. So it was a privilege having you on board, ma'am. Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It's a
Definitely.
pleasure.